You could be my dragon queen, and I could be your dragon queen. We could both be dragon queens. We're just like dragons who are also queens. Do 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 do. Good idle morning, J-Dog, Tarangar, and so many other fine friends. Reaver, Crazy Matt Captain, good day to ye, good time zone. A good time zone, one and all. Welcome aboard the good ship Mars Guiding Hand, and on this cruise we will set sail for idle horizons and the champions of islands yet to be discovered. Yeah, so I guess I'm in a pretty good mood. How's it going? Hello, Star Chaser. Hello, maybe a vampire. Russ stays behind. Boo! No. Cool Bond. Yes, I'm still stuck, but it's because like I haven't even tried in days because I've been focused on the events. Foolish Genius and 2 Sips Gibbs and Kaze Koichi. Wow, so many friends. Hi. We have no leftovers to cover, so we all just get some good hangout time. Oh, my formation has seen better days. We've had better times, and we've saved many lives, except not now. You're gonna see in a moment when we switch over. I'm on my second deep push of the event for my main account, walling on 1187. So we're gonna do an Azaka farm on 1185 and then go about our day. Cool Bond, I'd love if you did. Give me an Archon formation to try. Reaver. It's that famous avian deep sea explorer, Jacques Cousteau. Hey, that's good. Trumler looks old. I am ancient. I am the land. I am Old Man Strahd. What if Strahd actually did continue to age, just barely? Just barely. Like one day every 100 years or something. So like one day at the heat death of the multiverse, he's actually like super old. I think Old Man Strahd could be interesting. Maybe he's finally come around and be like, you know what, after untold millennia ruling over this land, I hate it. I've decided I want to be good now. This sucks. Someone please free me of my prison. That'll be fun. Foolish Genius, just to go ahead and get your question answered before the show even really starts. Yeah, I looked them up. I don't really like them. Sorry, the Red Rose brand Wade figure tees. It's just not really my thing. That's all. I like tiny things, I like figures, I like miniatures. But I just don't like that style. But thank you for bringing it to my attention, though. Sandfan, you got a Corey yesterday, then got 59 gold chests, got her full epic. Dope. Nicely done. That's how you do it. New Evergreen, 60 chests, go. Esmeralda doesn't know what to do about it. I feel conflicted. I want to help this poor old man, but also he's done horrible things. It's too late for forgiveness, old man. Are you ready? Alright. Oh my. Where's my game? There's my game. Greetings, champions. Welcome to Mars Guiding Hand. I am Mars. This is Untitled Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a free-to-play, officially licensed Dungeons & Dragons formation strategy management video game from Codename Entertainment. On this show, we take a look at the latest content, discuss strategies, and answer any questions that you may have about the game. So get cozy and join me for a little while as we take a deeper look at all things Idle Champions. Today, I'm dying. Today, I'm going to move my formation back to stage. Is Monday, January 17th, 2022. Today is MLK Day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So, to all those who acknowledge that, celebrate that, more power to you. I hope it's a good day for you. I hope it's a good day for everyone, regardless. But we are going to be streaming Idle Champions, regardless. So, you'll see, my code above my head is Gold Devourer, and to match with that, here on my casual Epic account, I am in fact playing Gold Devourer. The rules of this: complete Area 75, Rust begins the formation, he can't be moved or removed from the formation. The Devourer appears as a secondary boss in Area 25, must be defeated in order to advance. Gold finders reduced by 99%, gold finders decreased by 200% for each champion with the gold roll stacking multiplicatively. Getting to know Rust. Rust increases your damage based on your total gold find. Use gold find buffing champions in the formation to boost his support abilities. This is variant 1. Yes, variant 1 of Rust. For Rust in the Midwinter Year 5 event that is currently going on. Oh, Catch, you're at 1 year of subbing? Nice. Game volume seems weirdly loud today. How? How? How is this possible? No. The only time, I swear to you, the only time I ever change my volume on this computer is when chat tells me to. I stopped changing it myself months ago. I only do it when y'all tell me to. So if it's louder, it's because I guess the settings in the game changed. I don't know. Jay says it seems fine to them. Not louder than usual. Okay, thank you, Jay. Thank you. I am very self-conscious of my audio balance. Oh, it was on the user's end. Okay, cool. Thank you, everyone in chat, for reassuring me that the audio is okay. So you'll see I have already completed this, because it's Area 75 I need to beat. I was able to just click damage my way through this on 9.36 EO9% gold find. And that is with 1.83 EO8 favor, plus just my various gold find champions that I've got out here, which is just Jarlaxle, and Gruul, and Rust. I think that's it? No, also Makos. Yeah, so I've got 4 gold find champions out here, plus Artemis and Viconia and Hitch and Rust are all contributing to Jarlaxle's gold find with Master of Piracy. And so altogether, I was able to get 5.36 EO9, or no, 9.36 EO9, almost, gold find out of this. So, basically with E8 favor, you can just click damage your way through this easily. Wouldn't even worry about it. So this one, non-issue. My main account, on the other hand, over on Steam, I haven't even started Gold Devourer yet, because I'm on my second deep push right here. You'll see I am fully potioned out, y'all. Ooh, apparently I've actually made it to 1190. Nice, okay. I'm gonna call it there as far as this push goes. So I was going from 2.11 E45 favor. I'm currently looking to gain 5.69 E49 favor, but I'm going to turn this into an Azaka farm now because I don't feel like going through the tedium of pushing this up anymore. Yes, I've already done Orkira stacking. Yes, I've already done Baloth stacking. My Orkira stacking got me to 1.04 E24 effective healing for a 3.35 E11% bonus. My Baloth, I mean, current revive champions is all the way down to 3 because I keep wiping when I put the game in the background. But when he is full at E10, then I'm getting an E12% buff out of him. But I usually end up doing Warden swapping with Avron so that Baloth is really giving me E11, and Warden is then hex stacking to get way more damage in exchange for 1 magnitude off of Baloth's buff. 2 Sips Gibbs, are you excited for the A Familiar quest stream later today? Yeah, if I'm awake. It is very late for me. Yeah, because it's Pacific time. I'm on the East Coast, so I'm 3 hours ahead. It is currently 10 a.m. for me. Where is my cursor? There's my cursor. As opposed to 7 a.m. Pacific time. So that is at, I see it on the schedule as 5 p.m. Pacific time, as that would be 8 p.m. Eastern for me. I could probably tune in. I might be falling asleep by the end of it. But I would very much like to at least catch the first episode. I am thankfully exempt from mod duty for that, just because I am here so early. That would be an extremely long day if I was there for that. Hype train? What? What? Why? I mean, hype train, woo! That's excellent. And I just realized that my key lights aren't on. Okay, so I don't want to have to do this deep push anymore. I'm going to turn this into an Azaka farm. So step 1, I need all of these little guys gone. So Volanya Ultimate, thank you. Step 2, Avalar. And Ayla. So we get lots of pushbacks, and we're throwing imps at him. So we're pushing this guy back far, far, far back. And keeping him pushed back. And Ayla throwing imps slows all effective enemies. So whatever enemies get hit by the imps get slowed. And for whatever reason, it's a permanent slow effect that stacks on itself. I don't know why they decided to go with that, but I'm not complaining. So Havalar is throwing imps, slowing this thing down immensely, so that eventually it will not even be able to reach my formation, even if I took every single person out of my formation. It just would have 0 walking speed. Okay, that's good enough for me to start moving things over. So let's just go ahead and load my Azaka farm. Okay, give me resist the curse, sure, fine, yep, yep. I want to be very careful not to have familiars on Rust Ultimate. Yeah, I mean, I just don't want him to. Oh no, as soon as I did that, he immediately... Okay. As soon as his ultimate was unlocked, a familiar was already on it. So I am going to have to go back. This is annoying. And I just need him to get a kill. Meanwhile, I will let Vlanya's ultimate reload. Yep. Oh, I've got Jay in the mod seat, by the way. So, hi, Jay! Hey, Jay. Glad to have you. Jay is going to be catching questions for me and putting them in the questions document for me to get to when I can. So, if you have questions for me, nice. Go ahead and throw them in the chat. Jay will catch them and pass them along to me so that they don't get lost in all the hustle and bustle. Okay. And now, before everyone starts dying... Nope, that's the wrong one. Yep, there we go. Push, 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 push back, push it back. Avalar, get out here. Throw imps. Alright, now Rust really does have his gold piece. Good. So while I'm setting this up, Meankeb questions, with so many Year 1 and Year 2 champions rotating out, is there anything out there that helps new players know which champions to make sure they get and gear up, and which to avoid until later? Well, I mean, there's just general discussion, and every few months, someone will get the idea to put out a tier list of who they believe is, like, awesome, great champions, sweet, yeah, great, cool, and like these are garbage champions, just total trash fire champions. No, everybody hates these, and everything in between, right? But the problem is, it's all subjective, and any tier list will invite, let's say, heated discussion. So there's kind of just general discussion that happens in the community. It's one of those things that you just sort of pick up on as time goes on, like Averin, eternally popular. But not everyone is. Averin, Orkira, Baloth, those are all great. But like champions to save until later, I mean, yeah, the less popular ones. It's sort of like, the more you see someone being discussed, the more they probably should be a priority for you. I'm going to just manually put everyone out into my formation so that I don't actually load my Azaka farm, because that might put familiars everywhere, and that'd be bad. I don't want that. Who am I replacing? We don't need Donar out here anymore. Okay, and feats. I want Lucky on Omen and Rules Lawyer because that's Gold Fine buff. And for Freely, I want Fortuitous and Lucky Choices. That's Luck of Yondala, Requisition, Lucky, Break, 40% and 80% respectively. And then I want to make sure that I've got... Where is Brunor? Oh, there's Brunor. Yeah, Narak is next to both Dritz and Brunor. Good. Okay. This looks fine. This looks fine. Alright, so... Now... How about you move down here? Familiars on you. Not you. Okay, and just like that, we've already jumped up to... we've already jumped up to 2.08 E54% favor gain for this. I want a little more time on this. Let's set 15 minutes. There we go. And now I'm gonna let it ride. So, this is an Azaka farm on stage 1190 in the event. So this is going to put me at 2.53 E54 and growing. Also, remind me to switch over to Adventurous Tale feats for Freely before I actually clear this. Alright, let's go back to my alt account, and we'll check back on my main when those potions run out. So, I'm going to go ahead and end this. What I would like to do is open up a bunch of chests on this account, because I have now done some work in the event. I have cleared the champion unlock for Morgane, Talon, and Rust, and I've also done the first variant for each of them. So that's Utterly Devoured, Fiendish Friends, and Gold Devourer are all completed, leaving us with limited resources, careful positioning, Once Upon a Gazer, Dead Winter Dodge, Dead Winter Drama, and Heads or Tails. So, I don't really want to do a deep push right now. I think I'd like to try my hand at clearing these other variants. Ooh, this one would not be fun. This one would also be very difficult because it restricts your roster available. So how about limited resources? Let's do this one. This seems doable. There we are. Okay. I'm just letting that go. Has everyone enjoyed Ascendant Frida Weekend? Ascendant Frida Weekend. It's so cool. You can get this skin for Frida and the Ice Knife feat. You can also just get the feat for 50,000 gems if you'd rather just go that route. But you can't get the skin that way. So, worth it. It's a beautiful skin. Super cool. Okay, so I'm going to do questions while I'm waiting for this to advance. Mean Keb, question. With so many... Nope, already did that one. Lanan, question. New player here, just unlocked Mert. I don't see the Modron chest in shop. Maybe because I know how to split the party. What influence do I need to buy that every week? Oh, well, yeah, I can check that for you. Just a second. I'll pop back over to... Ooh. Actually... Does it show how much influence it costs if you've already qualified? It doesn't. So I would need to actually unlock a patron fresh and have the system for Split the Party available for multiple adventure modes and Mojo animation available. So I can't actually check that myself. Darn. Yeah, it doesn't show what the influence cost is if you already have it. And on my other account, I can't check it because I don't have patrons or Mojo Automation open. Lorcan in chat is saying 5E05 requirement. Camero also says 5.00E5. Jagatag's asking for what? I can try checking. We have Lanan in chat is asking what the influence requirement is for, say, Mert, for example, so that you are then allowed to purchase Modron component chests in the patron shop. Twitch username is needed says for Vajra it's 1E6. See, this is the beauty of the Idle Champions community. Even if I don't know it, we can hive mind, y'all. We can brain tank. We're not relying on, like, one voice. We're never relying on one voice in this community. It's 1,000 voices shouting in unison. Sally's Horde, 5.00E05, just checked. Thank you, everyone in chat, for checking, since I cannot actually do that in either of my two games. You would think that if I've got two accounts going, one at end game and one at very new game, I'd be able to check everything. But no, I guess I need a third account somewhere in the mid-game? Eternally? So that I can check things like this? Oops, wrong fandom. It's fine, Raven. You're welcome regardless. This is interesting. I can unlock these characters even though I can't put them in. Weird. That's weird. That's strange. I don't know how to feel about that. That's odd. Foolish Genius question. What shows that we have champions for do you watch? Oh, what shows that we have champs for do you watch? Idle Champions has gotten me watching Erois. Heroes of Erois! And Heroes of the Plains, and I love them. I cherry pick. So it's kind of like this. It's like the market is so saturated with all of these amazing shows, all these amazing live plays. You can't consume them all. You can't. There aren't enough hours in the day, in the week. So, as sad as it is, I'm kind of forced into a position where I feel paralyzed, where I feel like I am unable to commit to any one particular show. It's hard to explain, but it feels like if I choose to consume all of show X, then that's like I'm saying I care nothing about shows Y or Z or Q or P or whatever. And maybe that's just bad brain going on in here, but the end result is that I just cherry pick and watch the occasional episode of anything, or listen to the occasional episode of anything. So I've checked out Heroes of the Plains. I've checked out Heroes of Erois. As far as things that are actually represented in the game go, yeah. I have friends of mine, or at least I have one friend of mine who's like really into Glass Cannon as another live play podcast. I tried it. It's not my thing. I've heard it gets much, much better as it goes on, but it's not my thing. And I like the Adventure Zone a lot, but that's not Untitled Champions either. I can tell you this: the shows that I really wish I was like part of the fandom and the community for. I think the whole concept of Black Dice Society is extremely cool. Plus, I mean, all the people involved in it are fantastic, and Trevor even edits the podcast too, so it's awesome. I think I even have, yeah, I have, whoa. Yeah, Black Dice Society, like a membership card. Yeah. I got that from getting like the official Black Dice Society dice set from Die Hard Dice. Other shows, gosh, there's so many. Oh, one that I checked out recently is Champions of the Realms, the premiere episode. I haven't seen the second episode, but the premiere episode I watched, and it had kind of a dorky charm to it. Like, it was that kind of, like, awkward energy that you can't help but smile at. I thought it was nice. Trumler, might you do an advanced strats episode every once in a while? I mean, for example, the unicornification strat I've shared in one's whittle formations might be worth explaining in the stream. It's a really powerful strat with some luck. Getting 40 crawl stacks on a gym mimic beyond the kill wall. Really? It's the first I've heard of this. I'm going to write this down to look up. Unicornification, huh? Okay, I've written it down. I'll look into that. No promises, but if I can get a good grasp on it, enough that I feel confident that I can show it off within a 2-hour block, then I may do so. Thanks for the tip. Meankev, question, why Barrow instead of Wolfguard? Doesn't he buff Renor's ability? Yeah, but Barrowin or Keelik, either one, doesn't really matter. Just some lawful person to put in here. Because of Freely. Lucky Yandala grants the Lucky... Oh, yeah, let's do this, actually. Yeah, Luck of Yandala. Freely's Luck of Yandala ability is granted to all lawful champions. And then the Luck of Yandala, whenever the champion that has Luck of Yandala attacks, they apply a random lucky break to enemies, and one of those is Requisition. The target drops more gold per application, stacks multiplicatively. So It's kind of like trying to find a sweet spot of how many Gold Fine champions do you want to put in here, and then how many lawful champions do you want to put in here for freely. You want lawful specifically because Azaka herself is already lawful. Drizzt is also lawful, and you're going to want to probably have him in because he's a drow, so he buffs Jarlaxle's Master of Piracy, while also Drizzt himself has a Gold Fine increasing ability as well. Krull, also lawful evil, and you should have him in here for Plague Pilfer. Looks like we are at 3.15 E55 favor now. Nice. So I'll probably end that soon. Oh, Trumler, you call it unicornification because someone once named a 40 Krull stacks mimic a unicorn because it's extremely rare. That makes sense, and you've just adapted the name. That's fun, but also I immediately thought of Celestial Tyrell's wild shape form. I thought it was some weirdness going on with a specific skin somehow. So I'm glad that that's not the case, because that would be busted. Yeah, I probably would have picked a different name, but no disrespect. Just because of the Tyrell unicorn thing. Because there are people like me who get confused. But I'm looking forward to checking that out. So how's the weather? I know, it's the stereotype for you have nothing else to say, right? Like just filling conversation. But also, like, I genuinely want to talk about it. Because, it cold. It's so cold. I still see snow outside. And that's so cool because snow is so rare for me. I got to walk around my own little winter wonderland yesterday. It was beautiful. So, I really greatly enjoyed this immensely cold weather and having snow on the ground, because that's a very rare thing for me. And I haven't even mentioned it. Today's tea is on theme for that. I chose today's theme based on that because this is my most wintry tea that I have. This is white chocolate peppermint white tea from Celestial Seasonings. The box art shows what looks like an Arctic fox and their cub skiing on peppermint sticks, while 3 polar bears ride a teacup bobsled, all of them going down a snowy mountain with gingerbread houses in the background. It's kind of adorable. It's super precious. Fennec asks, did they fix the bug in this variant if you buy or level them too early? What's the bug in this variant? I was not aware. I am able to buy them ahead of time, which is weird to me, because in any other variant I can think of where you are blocked from having access to champions, you are not able to unlock them or level them at all. So it's weird that I can. That feels very strange. Yeah, I'm not sure what the bug is. Oh. If you level the champs ahead of time, then their abilities won't work until you restart the game. Really? Oh dear. We can try that. Or someone I don't actually want to use. We'll do Lucius. Okay. There's that. Okay, so Arcane Chromat Acid. Boop. We're gonna have to wait a while before we can actually put him in. I guess I can do Jarlaxle. Or, nope, he just became available. So not Jarlaxle. But perhaps, I think my Viconia is better than my Calliope, so I'll go with Calliope. Alright, so Bardic Inspiration, Song of Protection, lots of stuff. Alright, and now I guess we'll see what happens when we clear stage 40 and then I can put Calliope in. Thanks for telling me about the bug, everyone. I did not know that this variant had that. So, caution. Apparently there's a bug for this. I don't remember it being discussed internally on Friday, but that's also because, like, I'm not always looking at where those discussions happen, and I left early on Friday so that I could come in and do work on Saturday. So, Jay, if you have any insight to share, but I don't know if this has already been fixed or not. We are going to test it live on air. Once I clear stage 40, I can put Calliope out and we can test to see if she actually has her abilities or not. Wherever y'all are, please, you know, stay safe. Do whatever you have to. Don't take any unnecessary risks. You know, severe cold weather is dangerous. I don't think I have to be the one to tell you that. Anyone who lives in cold weather, my partner lives in a cold area, more so than myself, and yeah. This is just the norm for her. But she tells me about how, like, oh yeah, they've got a backup generator just in case. What? I've never even thought about that. Never even thought about having a backup generator. So we're just casually playing through the limited resources variant. This is variant number 2 for Morgaine. Patrol the outskirts of Long Saddle on Dead Winter Day with a small but growing number of champions. Okay, got it, Jay. Thank you. And Jay, also thank you for getting this Archon formation from Coolbond, so that I can check that out later. Nice. And thank you, Coolbond, for sending that my way. I'll give it a shot. Obviously, I can't make any promises. We're just going to have to see how it goes. But I will try it out. Oh my gosh, Trumler, you're on a Stokey time gate and you're on area 1660? Woof! Good gracious. That is several hundred stages past my highest. I think my highest area I've ever reached is like 1280. I think. I might be being too generous there. It's definitely somewhere in the 1200s. I know for sure, 100%, that I've been to the 1200s multiple times. I think 1280 is my highest ever. Okay, let's pop back in on my main account here. We are up to 3.80 E55. And because I said it out loud, I didn't forget. Hey, Freely, we're gonna switch you back over to your Adventurous Tale feats. Going through 3 different sets of feats for Freely. And now we'll be able to end this on 5.67 E55 favor. It's an E12 increase from where we were before, which is E45. So we're going from E45 to E55. Nice. Go. And now from here, I'm going to start Gold Devourer. And hope it goes well. We're just gonna hope that it goes well. Apparently Olcoria is my DPS, I guess. E328 damage dealt. Wow. Wow. Okay, Gold Devourer. Let's do this. So Gold Devourer is an interesting variant because it makes things harder and easier in different ways. There's both a curse and a blessing at play here. In the Gold Devourer variant for Rust, you have to beat Area 75. Okay, sure, that's fine. But Rust begins in the formation and can't be moved or removed from the formation. That's gonna suck for deep pushing, because I can't bring in Averin. I really rely on Averin a lot for pushing. So I'm gonna have to hope that the bonus I get out of this is worth it. Speaking of, the Devourer appears secondary boss in Area 25, must be defeated in order to advance. As long as I can click damage kill it, fine. But once I get up to the point that I have to actually fight it, then I might want to rely on Briv skips or offline progress or something to get past that. Gold Finders reduced by 99%. Sure. But Gold Find is increased by 200% for each champion with a gold roll. Stacking multiplicatively. So just the first half of that sentence, Gold Find is increased by 200% for each champion with a gold roll. Okay, awesome. But then stacking multiplicatively? Oh my heavens. This might be very, 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 very good for when I set up an Azaka farm. You know that I've committed to this because I have put on a Potion of the Gold Hunter. I only have a few of those. They're hard to come by, so I have spent one for this situation in the hopes that I will actually be able to finally finish my final gold achievement, which is for essentially 1 E200 gold. Soon. I hope. Alright, let's actually get some people out here, because I'm going to want to start this with an actual deep push. Of course, easier said than done, right? Because this isn't my ideal formation for deep pushing in the first place. Okay, Orkira. Shara. Oh, I want Freely out here. Of course. Okay. And I can't, oh no, I can't have Averin. Which means that's one half-blood that I can't use. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that when I was planning for this. Averin's half-blood. That's second bond for Ashara. So I'm gonna have to work around that and use someone else. I might have to go Potpourri Short Folk instead of Potpourri Half-Bloods. Okay, let's start crafting a Potpourri Half-Bloods formation and see what happens. If I put Donar there, and I put Baloth here, then I can have Ashara here, and that's still one column off of Baloth, and Donar will buff same column and behind, so that works for him. For Omen... Okay, let's see, this is 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. So I can do Assassin Omen. That's good. As long as I put him here. Yes, okay. Excellent. And give me Olcoria. Doesn't really matter where she goes. This is tough. Oh, no. Okay, so the slots that I have left available, I have to use Rust, but I still need... I've got Potpourri going, but I need one more Half-Blood, so I need my Kingdom for a Half-Blood in any of these 3 slots. Nope. No half-orc, no half-elf. No. No. I might have to go short folk. Jaheira, sacrifice Baloth? I guess I have to. I mean, I was thinking about it, but... I guess I have to. Okay. Jaheira, Jaheira. Yeah, I want Spell Slingers because that's Ashara. I mean, there are beasts in this adventure, so we'll probably just do beasts and farm up on beasts. There's a lot of undead. I'd like to choose undead, but there's also, like, we're currently fighting beasts, so that's fine. Okay, and I'll just level everyone else. Tailfeather. Or for that matter, I just put a familiar. I learned this trick recently. Turn off upgrade notifications. Now I can just put familiars on everybody and not have to worry about those little black box pop-ups that annoy me so much. Alright, and I guess we'll just have one other person hanging out. We'll go with Makos for now. It's fine. Oh no, Briv! Stop jumping! Stop the hops! Stop the hops! We have Ayla take your tanking position for now. Save your hops for later when we need to skip past Devourers and other hard things. Okay, and we'll bring in Hitch. That's fine. Okay, so this is at least a workable formation to try to push up as far as we can on this. Not ideal, I'd say, but it's fine enough. Let's open up this Gold Morgaine chest, see if we get something nice. It's alright. Okay, and go faster. More gold, more power, more health. I haven't decided on Fire Breath yet or not. Okay, so while that's going, let's head back over to my casual account. Yeah, we are back, Snoop Wolf. What's up? I had an excellent holiday. How was yours? How high is my Hue slot 4 on my main account? I can check that for you just a second. It's level 335, so the effect is, oh, and it's epic. Not shiny, not gold. The effect is carefully balanced, 642.4% currently. So, certainly not as strong as many other people's Human. Snoop Wolf had an awesome white Christmas with family up in colder climates. Nice! Nice. That sounds pretty chill. Okay, we actually can get Calliope out here now, so let's see. Calliope should have Bardic Inspiration, Song of Protection, and College of Lore. We put her in, and... oh, we need to check incoming on others. Okay, so Jarlaxle should have Bardic Inspiration. Nope. There's no outgoing on Calliope, and there's no incoming from Calliope on Jarlaxle. So, be warned. Take heed, adventurer. If you move too soon, if you are overeager in your attempts to complete the limited resources variant, and you unlock and level up and upgrade your champions before the variant allows you to place them, do note, the champion's abilities will not actually be unlocked. Apparently you need to restart your game to make them work. Yeah, and I didn't have her ult button either. But now I'm curious if I upgrade her the rest of the way. If I upgrade her more... Nope. Still don't have it, so just upgrading her again won't do it. I can probably put her in a different formation, like a different party, and bring her back over here. And that might fix it as well. But I don't have access to multiple parties right now, so... That's a non-factor. We can't use that as a potential solution. Reaver, question, is there anything that breaks down your gold find that you're getting in adventure? No! Next question. I wish there was! That would be really nice to have! But there is not. And that is sad. Let's get Viconia and crawl out here. Level up Charlaxle for more gold finds so we can keep him relevant. That's the whole reason he's here, to keep our click damage going. Oh, we're allowed to use this slot now as well. I'll take Undead for those wascally Devourers. Okay. I think I'll get to like 25 questions and then I'll open up all my chests. So my Talon, my Morgane, and my Rust all have no gear. I've got some chests to open, and I'm going to do that on stream because that's one of the things that I've said is that I'm going to open up most, if not all, of my chests on this account live on stream. So that everything is accounted for. 99% of things are accounted for. Sometimes I'll be playing on my own, and I'll open up like one silver chest because I'm bored or something. But that's it. Oh, Snoopwolf just hit 600 for the first time. Yo, congrats! That's awesome. Well done. Onward and upward, champion. There's a lot more to go. I remember how excited I was every time I cleared 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 for the very first time. And then the capstone of it all, like when you first clear Area 1000 and you get to join that, like, unofficial club, you know? Because not everyone has done Stage 1000. When I first finally cleared Stage 1000, mwah, that was a beautiful moment. It was the same day I finally reached item level 5000 on someone. 99% y'all's advice and 1% me using big potions. Excellent. I'm glad. I'm very glad that our advice is helpful to you. I mean, that's why we do it. Like, sure, it's marketing the game that we have streams. But also, it is fostering a positive, healthy community by doing these streams. Trembler's asking, how high is my Briv skip on my main account? I can check that for you in just a moment. Briv slot 4 is a Golden Epic, level 381, which puts my Briv at a 51.49% chance to skip the next 2 areas. Yeah. Or I guess a 100% chance to skip 1 area. And then, yeah, like 51% chance to skip a second area. What you doing, Mitrajar? Mitrajar, I am playing the Limited Resources variant in Midwinter Year 5. So this is the second variant for Morgane. If we go back to the map screen here, you'll see there's Limited Resources. This is the one I'm currently on. This is a variant of Dead Winter Day Morgane. Only champions in the first bench slot are initially available, and every 10 areas, another bench slot unlocks. So this one kind of forces you to go slower. Like, slow your roll, think carefully, but also just rely on click damage to kill a bunch of things so that you can have most of your formation already online in the field by the time your click damage falls off. Trivializing a lot of the adventure. 99% of the time, if you have high enough favor, and thus you can reach a high enough level of click damage, then any variant you play will be trivial. You won't really have any difficulty with it. That is not always the case. There are some. There are some that your favor, your click damage, will not save you. You have no power here. But most of the time, no, you can absolutely destroy these adventures and variants by simply having enough favor and thus having high enough click damage level access. Let's get Hitch in here for even more gold find potential on Jarlaxle, because Hitch is a rogue. And rogues and drow increase Jarlaxle's gold find. Yo Grain, question, should I unlock Dragonbait, or better keep him locked forever? Should you unlock Dragonbait? Yes. Don't believe their lies! Yeah, why not? Go ahead and unlock Dragonbait. He has his uses. There's some, for whatever reason, there's a faction of players who deny the existence of Dragonbait or say that you shouldn't unlock him. It's a bit extreme to say, like, don't even unlock him. Oh my god. My moderator, Jay, who's catching questions for me, just, like, spaced out the questions to put on its own line to make sure that I see it, a comment, who's Dragonbait? Jay! Don't you do this! Don't you be part of the problem! That's great. I mean, it's part of the humor of the community, right? We have our memes, and somehow, some way, Dragonbait not actually being in the game has become a meme. As silly as that is. Grail-shaped. What item level have y'all had in getting to 1,000? I don't know what else chat had to say, but for me, I was using Ashara DPS, and I reached item level 5,000 on Ashara earlier that day. My Evergreen champions were, I mean, roundabout the same. Probably within 1,000 of her item levels. But as for specific, I don't really know. I think, gosh, I cannot remember what episode it is. But I think I streamed it, and I think I actually went over, like, every one of my champions, and, like, this one has this many, this one has this many, this one has this many item levels on, like, every individual thing. Like, maybe I didn't stream that. I know I recorded it. Oh. I have a vague memory that I had a bad brain day. And even though I was setting up to do the 1,000, I think what I did was I recorded myself explaining my whole formation, like local recording, I wasn't live. I recorded myself explaining the whole formation and going through every one of my champions and all of their items, item levels, and rarities, explaining everything, and then, like, at the end of it thinking, no one's gonna care, no one's gonna watch this, and I deleted it. I hope that I streamed it, but I can't remember doing that. But I definitely had a bad brain moment and did a very thorough recording and then deleted it out of spite of myself. It happens. It's sad, but it happens. We all struggle with things. Jay says, I think it was an Icewind Dale update stream that you set up the 1,000 formation. Maybe the one where the Shardowland Dragon first appeared. Maybe. Your guess is as good as mine, Jay. Alex Byrne, I feel like the levels tend to scale up less brutally in events. Is that true or just my brain messing with me? You are not imagining things. The health and damage scaling of enemies is on a different curve in events than it is in non-event campaigns. And for that matter, not all non-event campaigns use the same stats either. I believe Baldur's Gate Ascent to Avernus, the enemies are in fact tougher than the other campaigns. And in events and time gates, the enemies are not as tough as they are anywhere else. Like, you can go further off of click damage in events than you can in anything. J-Mick Unyielding question, running a session 0 of my first real campaign tonight. Nice! Nice, dude. A little nervous. Any last minute tips? Remember, as hard as it can be sometimes, remember, at the end of the day, you are playing a game. And the point of any game is to have fun. So, prioritize making it a fun experience for everyone at your table. And everyone at your table includes you. That is the hardest thing that I struggle with remembering, is making sure that I'm having a good time. But the DM is just as much of a player as anyone else. Everyone deserves to have fun when you play a game. So, just remember that. Keep that in the back of your mind at all times. Focus on fun. If someone's not having fun, maybe message them. Be like, hey, what's up? You doing okay? You not feeling it right now? See if there's any way that you can improve their experience. Oh, Jay went and looked it up. Jay going the extra mile. Moderation today. What? Thank you, Jay. Jay says, went and looked it up. You streamed most of the way getting there on April 30th, 2021. I can go find the VOD if you want. You did tweet about the formation, so I'll drop that thread in chat. Nice! Thank you, Jay. Yeah. Alright, cool. I would appreciate if you did drop that in chat. Thank you. Thank you very much. If you can just tell us, like, the episode number that the stream was, and then people can go look that up themselves, I guess. Excellent. There's the Twitter thread. So that's my Twitter account. My Twitter account is my real name, Ryan Blake Hall. Please call me Mars. But that is my real name. But you can find on that Twitter thread that Jay just dropped in the chat, I talk about my formation for reaching Area 1000 for the first time. I'm going to take a look at that real quick myself, actually. I mean, it's interesting stuff, right? Nice. Oh, yeah, that's right! I did it in a time gate! I did it in a time gate so that I could fight the mad cultists of Cyric. Yes! That's fantastic. I completely forgot about that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I go into explaining the whole thing, like who I took and why, what specializations. Very cool. Thank you so much, Jay, for digging that up. I really appreciate that you did that. That makes me feel good. Okay. J-Mick, nope, did that one. Mastercraft, favor affects click damage? I had no idea. So, favor affects your gold find. And the more gold you have, the more you can afford click damage levels. So, it's just a shortcut way of saying it. Yeah, more favor, more click damage. Because more favor, more gold, more click levels, more click damage. It's just faster to say, yeah, more favor, more click damage. On a squared, what are Dragon Base uses? Extant. Sorry. Dragon Bait. Oh, hey, look at that. We have defeated the Gold Devourer variant. But not really. I am not leaving it. We have more to do. Because I'm going to push this as far as I can to try to get an incredible amount of gold find potential out of it. I hope. But Dragon Bait's uses. Okay, Dragon Bait. Oh, I can't bring him in. Let me switch to another formation. We'll switch over to another place. Put Dragon Bait in. We'll take a look at him, and we'll talk a little bit about it. Why am I here? Why am I here, and why is Talon alone? Good luck, Talon. Do you need a tank? I think you might benefit from a tank. Oh, well, I can't put anything. I can't. Oh, nope. Because I guess the King of Feathers' roar is dealing damage. Anyway, Dragon Bait is a lawful, good tank in slot 11. There is another tank. You've got Nova. But, let's just get some levels on him. Get back to that in a second. He's got his health share like any tank does. His Shen state is not bad. As far as buffing goes, it's fine. You can do better, but it's fine. Shen state is a little weird, though, because the range that it goes to is increased by how many healers that you have in the formation. So it might be... You might have to fiddle around with your formation design to really get Dragon Bait's buff to really work for what you're trying to accomplish. Scent and roasted vegetables. Increase the effect of Shen state for each enemy attacking Dragon Bait and each enemy in rage attack. And then it's increased further for each tanking champion in the formation. So, when you're playing Oops All Tanks, for some reason, then Dragon Bait can be useful just because you have so many tanks. Okay, great. Then Shen state is even further increased, so he's giving even more buffs. Meat Sauce, increase the effect for each support champion, and the increased amount is based on how close the support champion is to Dragon Bait, which is then where your specializations come into play. We can either make Meat Sauce increase more based on how far away the champion is, like the further away the better, or Herbs and Spices make scent roasted vegetables go up by 50%. Which one is roasted vegetables? Oh yeah, that's the tanking one. So if you're doing Oops All Tanks, then you want to go with Herbs and Spices. If you're trying to, I guess, if you're actually trying to put him in your formation as a tank, and your DPS is in like the back line, or the second back line, then you're probably going to go with roasted chicken. But really, why do you even want to bother with Dragon Bait at all? It's for any situations where you can't use Nova, where you need a tank from slot 11, and you can't use Nova. Nova's chaotic good. Dragon Bait is lawful good. If you're banned from using lawful champions, you're probably going to go Nova if you need a tank in that slot. If you're banned from using chaotic, then you should go Dragon Bait. But also, like, Dragon Bait being lawful is going to play into other things, like Freely, Luck of Yandala. Dragon Bait's not useless. He's just not popularly used. And there is a distinction there, a very important distinction. Just because someone isn't popular doesn't mean they're useless. Okay, let's go back here. Nice, went up 20 stages. Foolish Genius, one day Delano will be in a live show and be super powerful and show us all. That would be really funny. You know, Delana has a magic card and is pretty good. Like, when you attack and you have Delana on the field and you're attacking with Delana, then she has a chance of making token copies of anyone that is attacking, including herself. And that can just explode, that can escalate to a ridiculous level. Oh, Gallows Brew makes a very good point. Dragon Bait is also available for all patrons. Yeah. Yeah, if you check out the ICVA, exclamation mark ICVA, and check out the patrons visual aid on that list of visual aids that comes up from that link, one of the categories on the patrons visual aid is the freelance category, I'm calling it, which is for champions that qualify for every patron. And you could just build a formation, just design a formation using only those champions, and just save that formation as an option for every campaign, for every patron, so that it's kind of your default fallback. It's your backup plan, or maybe just your default that you do for any patron variant that you play. Or at least doing patron free plays. So as far as tanks go for freelance, then you've got Sergeant Nox, you've got Tyrell, you've got Dragon Bait. So slim pickings there, but definitely not bad ones. Yeah, you could make an adequate formation using the freelance champions. Is it going to be the best thing ever? No. But it's at least decent. Lafayette! I'm going to say your name like that every single time, because I love Hamilton. Once I reach a wall, how long should I farm at it? Should I reset as fast as possible to enjoy new favor, or stay over the course of a night to farm a bit more favor without grinding up the wall again? I'm blocked around zone 180. I usually say, like, go for no longer than an hour at your wall. But in some situations, you might only want to do like 5 minutes. But yeah, I would not go further than like an hour grinding at your wall. Diminishing returns, there's not really a point to lingering at your wall for like overnight. Unless you just don't want to play the game because you want to sleep. Who sleeps? I'm just kidding. Everyone needs their rest. Everyone needs their rest. Alright, so that's 25 questions, and I said when I got to the 25 mark, I want to open up chests. So I'm going to start with my Electrum chest. Let's do one to start with. So I've got no gear on Morgaine, Talon, or Rust. Let's see, how many Electrum chests does it take for me to at least get gear in all of their slots? So that's 1. Oh, hey Zorbu. What's up? That's 2, that's 3, 4. Also, I'm just waiting for the day that we get a shiny on the new account. 5, 6, 7. We'll know that they are fully equipped. They've got at least something in every slot because we'll get the achievements popping up for them. I think it sets off my ears. Hey, chat, who all caught Johnny's unlock stream for Rust? Their first time playing with Rust in the game. Johnny streamed Friday. That's why my show on Friday had to wrap up an hour early so that we could give space for Johnny to do their stream. I actually listened to the first hour and change of it. I had it running while I was working on other things. Johnny is a delight. I really like their sense of humor. They have a lot of charm. Electrum chests do not give out epic items. Great question, Guinevere. Okay, Morgaine is done. Talon is done. Excellent. So Rust, with the last one. Rust is done. Okay, so with that, we started at 51. We have 27 left, so I think that's, what, 24? It took 24 Electrum chests to get all 3 of the event champions, Morgane, Talon, and Rust, to have at least something in every slot. We ended up at all green on Talon, a mix of white, green, and blue for Morgane, and a mix of white and green on Rust. Okay, so let's just open up the rest then. Boom. See if we can get some blues. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, so after 51 Electrums in total, Talon is still all green. Morgane still got the 1 blue, but Rust has now become all green and picked up a blue. Cool. Alright, now I've got some golds to open. Let's do that. Gold Morgane chest. Go! Blue, blue. Nice. Very nice. Gold Talon chest. Go! There's another blue. For Antagonist. Excellent. And Rust. A blue for Highest Bidder. Cool. Alright, I'd say that went well. Alright, so we've got a mix of green and blue on all of the event champions now, after just 51 Electrums and 1 gold chest each. Sweet. Yeah, I'd say that was a success for sure. Alright, let's level people. Sure, pain, daggers. Give me that. We probably don't even need the rest of y'all. Come on, Morgane. And we'll bring Rust. Just so we've got the gang's all here. The midwinter gang is all here. So now that they do have all their gear, what item levels are we looking at? Talon is average 3. Morgane is average 3. And Rust is average 2. Okay. Looks like, yeah, Kroll is obviously still in the lead. Lucius has some in second place, but everyone else, including my evergreens, are all still in single digit as far as average item levels go. And we're doing fine. Like, I was able to 100% my first event. That was Yorvin. Yeah, Yorvin's release event was my first event on this account, and we were able to 100% that, despite it being a brand new account. It was difficult, it required a lot of work, a lot of attention. Pretty much played the game all day, every day of the event. Yeah, Rust is earning more gold and Morgane is stealing it. That is very amusing to think about, Wrathchild. Yes, that is the case here. And Talon just lets it happen. Talon sees this happening and just, okay, lets it happen. Wondering bereft. Doesn't Dragonbait have the highest base health pool of any champion? I don't know. Can anyone confirm that? I don't actually know. Good morning, Loki. Good to see you. That'd be a cool little trivia point. I should start writing these things down in preparation of, like... I mean, Sean keeps talking about wanting to do this Idle Champions game show thing, right? And like, it always comes up for me and Garwar being involved in it somehow. I should start actually, like, memorizing this trivia. Yeah, I don't think Rust minds as long as he has 1 gold piece. Rust can only conceive of 1 gold piece. Rust has a very binary philosophy when it comes to money, either yes money or no money. And yes money is, it's just one money, 1 gold piece. 9Wild9 question, Mars, what's a good time to use all my medium and large blacksmithing contracts? So, I would caution against it when you're very new, because they are a precious commodity. So like you see, I've been stockpiling mine. They're a precious commodity. And when you first start playing the game, you have a very limited champion pool. By the time you have cemented yourself in the game experience and you've collected a number of champions, it is quite possible that the landscape of the game has changed between when you started and where you are now. So, like, let's say, who knows? Let's say I started an account today, and the hot ticket item champions like Averin, Baloth, or Kira, Briv, Human. Those are all worthy investments of blacksmithing contracts right now. But who's to say a year from now we might not have a champion who is even more of a valuable choice for blacksmithing contracts? So whenever you spend blacksmithing contracts, you are gambling on that champion continuing to stay relevant for your gameplay experience forever. So I would say the first thing, wait a bit. Wait a few weeks, a few months, however long you feel comfortable waiting, so that you have time to like really play the game and learn the game and collect more champions, especially currently popular champions. And then once you feel like you're ready to make a decision, do not put all of your eggs in one basket. Do not put all of your blacksmithing contracts on just one or two of the popular champions. I would say spread them out evenly across all of your event champions, specifically not your evergreen champions, but your event champions. Leaning more in favor, like focusing a little bit more on the Jay, I'll deal with you in a minute. Leaning more in favor of the champions that are the flavor of the month or year or what have you. You will eventually, like given enough time, you will eventually come into a level of experience with the game where you are completely comfortable making these decisions yourself and that you don't feel the need to ask about it. At that point, you might decide, like, it's time to just dump everything I have into Human or Briv or what have you. And if that's the case, cool. Like, good. But as far as, like, general advice goes, just because I don't want anyone to feel like they're making any mistakes. Yeah, Foolish Genius. If you have to ask, you can't afford it. It's a similar philosophy to that. It's a similar philosophy to Blessings. Hey, Mars. When should I ignore the warning? For Blessings. If you have to ask, then you're not ready to ignore the warning for Blessings. And if you have to ask about blacksmithing contracts, then I don't think it's a wise idea for you to dump all of them into one champion yet. Lots of people don't remember the Barrowin bubble. Yeah. There was a point in time, that's really funny to describe it like that. There was a point in time where Barrowin was bar none the greatest support champion in the entire game. No one else even came remotely close. And then C&E changed that. And so anyone who invested a lot into Barrowin at the time, suddenly they went from having an extremely buffed up, powerful champion to an extremely buffed up, not powerful champion. So, I speak from the voice of caution here. I don't expect that C&E will suddenly decide, like, you know what? Briv doesn't skip anymore. Or, you know what? Humon's speed mechanic is only, like, 1/1,000,000% as effective as it used to be. I don't expect that the developers and the designers at Codename are going to do that. But also never say never. But Mars, what if I just want the best Havilar ever in the game? Cool! That's fine. Like, there's... we have people who specialize in particular champions. And they just kind of make a presence of themselves in the community, and that's fun. I think it would be more fun if we did have more people like that. I think that would be very amusing. As long as they're enjoying it. As long as they are playing the way that they want to play. Snoop Wolf, just invest in whoever you like and lore the most, and you can at least smile through your tears. Yeah. Like, I put a lot into Frida once upon a time, and now I rarely ever use her. Although, I should at least bring her out so that we can take a look at the skin. Look at that! That's beautiful! What's that ultimate look like? I haven't even seen the ultimate yet. Oh, there it is. Ooh! Look at that! Look at those flaming wings! That was so cool. Alright, that's enough, Frida. Bye-bye. I should actually do a Frida DPS run. It's been so long. Frida DPS run is fun. Playing with Hellish Rebuke is so much fun. You hit me, I burn you. You hit my friends, I burn you even more. Jacques of Hearts. Question, is it worth it to rush Olcoria for Akira stacking? I've sort of moved on from Waterdeep. Well, I mean, yeah, but also, once you get Olcoria, you need to gear her up, too. So it's... Is she good out of the box? Yeah, sure, she's fine. But also, like, you want to also gear up your Olcoria if you're going to actually use her in your formations. Don't forget that she does have a golden epic for her Spellcaster School ability in the patron shop now, so that is good. Merritt, question, did you ever find a picture of Mars from Dota 2? He has a beard like yours. Yeah, so I remember I did, like, a couple of days after you first pointed that out, I did look up this character from Dota 2, the character of Mars. And really? Really? I don't see the resemblance. I don't see the resemblance. But it was amusing. It made me laugh. So I appreciate it regardless. Vados Poppy. My game has been stuck on calculating offline progress since Friday. I sent an email Saturday morning with no response yet. Well, that's because the office is closed on the weekends. Is there an easy fix? I play on iOS. Well, the obvious question, have you turned it off and back on again? I would hope that you've at least tried that. Sometimes the calculating offline progress can just take a long time, like several minutes, and that is annoying, but it is nonetheless true. Otherwise, patience, because we have people who take tickets, but they have lives, and they have weekends, just like any of the rest of us do. So, hopefully, Sean and Taylor will be able to get back to you for your ticket today, now that they are back in office. I believe they have been in office for 24 minutes. Assuming they're not sick or have a headache or something today. Because also sick days happen. Oh. A correction from Jay. I was an hour off. They are not in office yet. It's going to be at least another 35 minutes before the office officially opens. Yeah, my morning show happens before office hours even occur. The nice thing about this variant, real quick, we've already passed the goalpost, which was area 125. We've already passed the goalpost. But the restriction for this, only champions first bench slot are initially available. Every 10 areas, another bench slot unlocks. I now just have my full bench slots available. And there's no other restrictions on who I'm allowed to use. Or any other extra rules in play, like this enemy does more damage, there's an extra boss, or your gold find is reduced by blah blah blah, everything moves faster. There's nothing like that going on. So this variant is one of a group of several variants that, once you have actually passed a certain point, effectively just becomes a free play. So instead of doing a free play right now for Favor, I have completed the goalpost here of 125, and now I don't have to worry about the restriction at all anymore. It's a completely moot point. So at this point, I can just push for Favor like it is a free play. And when I'm ready to reset, I will. But not yet. I would like to push for Favor. So let's move this back over to my main game, since that one's actually done. Oh yeah. Omen, you need better feats. Freely, you need better feats. Me, unlucky for them, 80% and 40%. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we can get a little preview. Now that we can have our champions at level cap on Gold Devourer here. Now that we've got our champions able to reach level cap, I can switch my formation to an all gold find formation, all gold champions, and see how much that increases my gold find by. So I'm currently looking at E64 gold find, working on E55 favor. So just how ridiculous does this actually go? Like if I bring Makos in here, he's a gold find champion. Freely is gold, we'll keep Freely. Crawl. Pilfer. Charlaxle. It's hard to remember rolls. That's gold. Tahani's gold. Sure, whatever. That's fine. Zaka, of course. This is the curse. Eliwick. I believe it's gems. Yeah, I believe it's gems when you're trying to do gold find for Eliwick. Okay, and is that full gold find so far? Nope. So not you. There should be one more gold find character that I can put in, because as of Rust, there should be enough gold find champions that there's one in at least 10 slots so that you can have a full gold find formation. So who am I missing that I can put in here? From slot 2, or slot 5, or slot 8. Yeah, it's Let's not hitch. Let's take familiars off of these. Okay, so Donar. I know it's not Celeste. No, it's not Gorth. Not Krydle. It's not Whittle. Let's pull Talon out of fighting the Dinosaur King. Okay, it's not Talon. So it's not slot 2. Oh, come back. In slot 5, we got Calliope, we've got Xander, Keelik, Thaddeus, Gwent, Prudence, Laconia. Okay. This is not them, which means it must be this. Rack. Lanya. Walnut. Oh! Beetle and Grim, right? There we go. That's why I was having a hard time thinking of it. It was Beetle and Grim. Okay, so this is a full formation of Goldfind champions. Now, Goldfind is increased by 200% for each champion with the gold roll stacking multiplicatively. What we're seeing right here is a team of 10 champions who all have the Goldfind roll. The result being, even though we have E55 favor in the event, our Goldfind is currently E76. And that's not taking into account any, like, debuff marks for increased Goldfind that we might put on enemies. That's just our passive gold gain percentage. So yeah, I'm gonna have to be, like, actually pushing through the rest of today to actually play the Gold Devourer to try to get as high up as I can. And hopefully tomorrow morning's show, I'll be able to show off the fruits of my labor. I'm wondering if I might even have to use the multiple adventuring parties to do, like, put this in the background, like I did Mert's lesson in classes, just shove it in the background, go back to my middle party here. You know, I have party 1, party A, and party 1. Not confusing at all. I'm going to go to party A and do free plays to push for more favor again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Then go back to party 1 here and see if my increased favor from those free plays that I can get even more gold gain out of. But regardless, I need to push as far as I possibly can in this party in the hopes of even making any kind of a profit off of this. I mean, the fact that I have over E20, like 20 orders of magnitude over my normal gold find, my favor, I mean, that bodes well, I feel. Yeah, we're pulling E108 now. E109. Alright. I'll let that go for a bit. Go back over to my second game. Ugh. My eye is itchy today. Merrick, is there a list of champions like Freely and Eliwick that are just a lot better if you put them in the formation from Area 1? No. No, I don't think anyone's made a list of that. I think it would be a rather short list. Nova would be another one, because she wants to collect hearts and brains during your adventure. That would be a useful list. What would we call a list like that? I know that the term babysitting is thrown around. And you put the champion in and you babysit them. So yeah, like Freely for Adventurous Tale, Eliwick for her cards, Nova for Monster Hearts and Brains. What would we call that list? Collectors? I like that, Merrick. But that also feels like that would encompass champions who get permanent collection increases, like Black Viper and Zorbu, Torgar, Dahani, Morgane, and not just champions who are... I mean, maybe we can separate that out, like... just like how Core is a subset of Evergreen champions, maybe Collectors represent all of the champions who collect stuff, whether permanently or not. And then a specific word for the subset of Collectors who are just during the adventure, and then they lose everything on the reset. Briv would be another Collector, because Netherese Steel stacks that then become Sprint stacks on your next run. Hoarders. Scorekeepers. Studiers versus crammers. That's amusing. Progressives. A lot of good suggestions here. Ultimately, it comes down to, like, what catches on popularly, right? As these terms get bandied about in communication on the various communities that we have, Discord, Reddit, Steam, elsewhere. Eventually, something will catch on more than others, and then that's what we'll just call them. Escalators, slow burners, I like single run stackers. Yeah, what about stackers and then the subset of run stackers? Because that would then be... I think that delineates it enough. The ones that stack things, and the ones that stack things just for the run. Stackers and run stackers. You also don't want it to be, like, super complicated, like, too mouthy to say. I don't know, it's fun playing with words, right? I really enjoy this kind of stuff. Naming and labeling things feels good. It scratches something in my brain for me. Another one's Tricks Death Counts. That's a good point, Merrick, yeah. Let's give them oddly specific names that have nothing to do with what they do, like tractors. Just to confuse people. I see you woke up and chose chaos this morning. I'm going to go back to questions. Zin Zanicki. Question, what item level to aim for on champions you use often? I mean, as much as possible, really. You can do what I do and just try to keep things a pretty good, even average across all of your event champions. And then your evergreens just get whatever they get. Eventually, your evergreen champions will far out-level your event champions. But that's fine because event champions scale better than evergreen champions. I aim for, on my main account, average item level 100 or higher on all of my event champions. I don't actually have a goal that I'm aiming for on my new account, this one, on Epic yet, because it's still new enough. All of my champions have very low item levels. I mean, most of these are still in the single digits. So I don't really have a goal to aim for on these yet. Reds fan question, Mars, have you heard about Limitless Heroics, where you have characters who have disabilities in D&D games? No. No, I have not, but that is a subject of interest. Thank you for mentioning it. I am going to look that up later today. Thank you. Dota 2 Norax, if I want to share my roster, how do I do it? There's a link anywhere? I couldn't find it in Reddit resources. Oh, so one thing you can do, you can take screenshots of your game. Like if you're playing on Steam, I think the default button is F12 on your keyboard, but you can also make it any other button you want. So you can take screenshots. That's the simplest way. You could take screen clips. I think if you're on Windows, what is it? Window key Shift and S. Yeah. If you do Windows key Shift and S, that's the left shift, and S at the same time, 3 keys at once, then you'll get the snipping tool up. Then you can just drag a box over what you want to screen cap. Now you have a screenshot, but now how do you actually share that? Well, if you just go on Discord, you can just upload files directly, so that's an easy way to share formations. There are also websites that you can go to that people in the community have put together that allow you to build a formation using graphics for the purpose of sharing it with other people, just to show like, hey, try this out. This is what mine looks like. Try that. But then if you're trying to share it with me specifically, if you post it on the Discord and tag me, I mean, I'm a moderator on the Discord, so if you just do like @Mars, you'll see my name come up in green. You can tag me that way. You can also, if you get it as a URL somehow, like if you use one of those websites, then you can send that URL as a whisper to Jay, who is moderating for me, and then Jay can drop it into my document for me to check it out later. So there's actually a lot of options, depending on what you need. Juan IVP, what potions do you recommend saving for later for new players? Saving for later. When you're a new player, epic potions are hard to come by. So I would save them for when you really, really need them. Also, it's worth pointing out that the normal potions, like potions of fire breath, potions of giant strength, potion of clairvoyance, potions of heroism, potions of speed, these things stack when you use them together. Not of the same rarity, but of different rarities. So if I were to use a small potion of giant strength, medium potion of giant strength, and a large potion of giant strength all together, then it would be even more powerful. They would all combine. So I like to save up potions until I know I want to do a deep push for favor in a campaign. And then I'll use like one rare. Like, I'll use like one large potion of giant strength, for example, and then 4 medium potions of giant strength, because these last 15 minutes each, and this lasts 1 hour. So together, that still lasts an hour. You're getting 1 hour of 500% damage increase, and then you're getting 1 hour of a 300% damage increase added on to that. And then you could also use 12 small potions of giant strength to get another hour of 100% damage increase, so that just for 1 hour you're going to have the 500, 300, and the 100, which is stronger. Why am I not putting Morgane in talent spot? Just because I just haven't yet. I haven't needed to yet. There. That is a better spot for her. Also, she needs a feat. Sure. It's fine. And yeah, let's do fine as is. And I'll take Rust Reloaded so that he never loses his coin. There we go. Alright, that's looking okay. Sure. I wonder how far I'll be able to go on this run, now that I actually have gear on these event characters. Because I was able to push to, like, 200-something, even without them. Actually, does it show? Oh, I guess I haven't even actually done a free play of this event. I've only done the unlock runs and the variants. Ha! So it doesn't show how far I've gone on those particular achievements. But one, I would also strongly recommend saving if you have them. You might not, but there are special potions like Potion of Specialization, Potion of the Hunter, Potion of the Gold Hunter, Potion of Psychomorphic Energy, and Potion of the Gem Hunter. I would strongly suggest saving these and not wasting them. Wait until you have a firm understanding of the game before you commit to using any of these. Like, even on my main account here, I only have 1 Potion of Psychomorphic Energy. I only have 1 Potion of the Hunter. These are harder to come by. So you definitely don't want those to be wasted. Ashi Garami, should I focus all event tokens on getting chests for one hero as a semi-new player? Should I try to get epics on one hero or get blues on all three? I would argue that it's better to get blues on all three. I mean, certain events, there's going to be like one character that just stands out as a golden god kind of character. Like, oh my gosh, everybody wants this character. They are so good. And so in that case, you might want to focus on them. But I say for this event, better to spread out. Rust is fantastic for gold find, but his support abilities are lackluster. Especially for the slot that he's in, because he has to share with Avon and Nova and Warden. But for his gold find, is very, very good. That being said, Talon and Morgane also not bad champions. I would go as far as to say that they are good champions. Not like the best ever, but good champions. I know that Talon is used in click debuff now. I've learned that. So I would say, for this event specifically, it's better to share the love and go between the three of them instead of just focusing on one. But if you just like one more than the others, cool. Focus on that one. Play the game your way, not just the way that someone tells you how to do it. That's like the asterisk, the caveat of any advice I give, ever. If you just want to do something, don't listen to me. Do the thing you want to do. Play the game your way, because it is, at the end of the day, a single-player game. For like 99% of it. Onyx Squared, question, aren't there more than a few champions that might seem rubbish at first until we begin blacksmithing them? I think it could be said that every champion can be like that. That even the worst champion, if you had absolutely astronomical item levels on them, I'm talking millions of item levels on them, they're probably going to start to eclipse other champions that you own. Some benefit more than others from blacksmithing contracts, from item levels, just piling them on. But as far as like the bad champions that get good when you pile on blacksmithing contracts, I don't think that's really a fair way to talk about it, because even the bad champions definitely have their use cases. The standby, the one that I always come up with, the one that I always mention, is Rosie deflecting Gazer attacks, which comes up in this one right here. Once upon a Gazer, only champions with wisdom of 13 or higher can be used. Gazers spawn in each area. They do not drop gold, nor do they count toward quest progress. Champions hit by a Gazer are stunned for 3 seconds. And these spawn in every area. And they can hit anyone in your formation, not just your tank. You don't know suffering until you are playing a variant with Gazers that are constantly stunning your entire formation, so you can't do anything. Which is where click damage comes into play for that particular variant. I mean, just if you can just click through it, you should do so for that one in particular. But if you can't just click damage your way through it, and you do happen to have a Rosie, then she can at least deflect things. And that will help you to mitigate the suffering at least a little bit. Everyone has their uses. Snoop Wolf, why is there a seeming bonus in parenthesis for favor conversion from event to Helm only and not to Torm or Kellenvor? Oh, that's because you have a blessing. Have Faith increases Helm's favor earned from event and time gate conversion by 5%. You probably just have ranks of this blessing in Waterdeep Dragon Heist Helm's favor, because that'll show you the bonus that you get in parentheses. So check to make sure that if you have that, Snoop Wolf. Kenrevip, dev etiquette question. I submitted a bug ticket months ago, yet I've heard nothing and still have the glitch. Slot 9 acts like a familiar is there all the time. Would submitting a second ticket be annoying to devs? Thank you for asking. Now, I'm not one of the ticket people, so take that with a grain of salt. I guess I'm speaking on behalf of our ticket team. But if you sent in a ticket months ago and you haven't heard anything, I don't think you should feel bad about sending in another one. If it's been months. That's a long time to wait for what sounds like a particularly annoying issue. Your slot 9 acts like there's a familiar there all the time. I mean, I can see for some people that might be useful because it's effectively saving them a familiar. Like, you don't have to put a familiar on slot 9, it'll just level up on its own. But I can also see that being really annoying, like you might be in a situation where you do not want to level up slot 9 for some reason. Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse. You have a free familiar? Kind of. But also, you cannot make it stop. That sounds aggravating. Trumler, what's the highest bud you've ever managed to achieve? It's somewhere in the low E300s. I mean, just recently, I know for sure over the weekend I hit E318. I believe that's my highest. I can't remember a time that it's been more than that. Jamick unyielding question, how far should I try to get favor-wise before Gold Devourer to optimize Gold Find? I know it's just as far as possible. Yep. But should I aim for something specific? I don't think so. I mean, we're working through uncharted waters here. It's still the first week of the event. This is a brand new variant, Gold Devourer. So, people are still figuring out what is an optimal break point, I guess. It's really just like, what is your goal? My goal is I'm trying to reach E200 gold. So I need to have as much favor as I need so that the overall gain that I get during Gold Devourer will have me reach E200 gold. I need to solve for X. And that would be the case for you as well. Determine what your goal is, and work backwards from there to figure out how much favor you actually need. Shrumler, why Makos over Dritz? Dritz isn't marked as a gold find character. Dritz is a gold character, just because of Companions of the Hall, Bounty of the Hall. Plus, working with Jarlaxle. It looks like they did actually end up giving us a little bit more. I'm excited about the 200% multiplicative stacking for Gold Roll champions. But it looks like in this case, yeah, I'm going from having Makos, who actually is a Gold Roll champion, gives me 8.15 E76, switching to Dritz instead, puts me at 1.49 E77. So overall, an increase. So that is a good catch, Trumler. But that is explaining why I took Makos over Dritz. But yeah, taking Dritz over Makos is actually better in this scenario. There's probably going to be other things like that, champions that I should shift around. Reaver, would it be better to switch out Jarlaxle for Palton, and then putting Palton where Omen is to get a bigger boost? I can try it, but I'm not expecting great things out of it. Wow, we jumped up to E79 for a minute there. Nice. Sure, we can give it a shot. But I've got to be wrapping up here. If I didn't get to your questions, don't worry. That is what the time before streams is for. During the 5 minutes before my show actually goes live, I take care of any leftover questions. There he is. We have some Halls in that spot, and we've got 2.87 E75. So I can Jarlaxle, instantly go back up to E77, so Jarlaxle's better for me in this situation. Alright, so this has been very interesting, working with Gold Devourer, and just talking about the event, gearing up the event champions. Good luck, everyone, for playing through the event. I hope that you gain much favor, much gold, and much good times out of playing in the event in general. But I will see you again next time. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Mars Guiding Hand. Next episode will be tomorrow morning. That will be Tuesday, January 18th at 7 a.m. Pacific Time, like all my morning shows on weekdays. Check out the other awesome shows that we have on the CD Games Twitch channel. On the schedule today, it looks like we do have weekly patronage at noon, and I will be moderating for that, so I'll see you there. Hang out with me and Martin moderating for Lauren as she plays through patron challenges, which she tries to get as many done as she can in the 2-hour block. It's really good. She's very efficient at it to this point. Right, you can follow Idle Champions on social media. Please join the community wherever you feel comfortable. Social media platform of your choice. I prefer the Discord myself. You can find me on Twitter at Ryan Blake Hall, and I'm really close to 400 followers. So by the way, I'm very small fry. I'm very small time. But anyway, thank you to Codename Entertainment. Thank you to my tireless mod today. That is Jay. So thank you, Jay, specifically for doing all this you do. Great job. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Wherever you are in the multiverse, whether it's freezing cold, snowing, and blizzard conditions outside, or not, stay safe, be kind, and make the world a little better. And until next time, look sharp. See ya. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. I really do appreciate you all. I want you to know that. I love doing this show, and if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be doing it. So, thank you, sincerely. See you later.